I'm going to tell you a very interesting secret about a good painting today. Have you ever noticed some good painting, like from a famous painter, that they look so colorful, yet if you have a look, all the colors blends perfectly, seamlessly, like well balanced, right? And even some of the paintings looks like monochromatic, but if you closely look at them, you can see all the colors. You can find all the colors in there. Right. So the secret is that they create a mother color or the base color. And the whole painting is based on that mother color. And they paint around that color, pick up the adjacent colors in the color palette, in the color chart. It's called mother color technique. So in this video, I'm going to talk about, I will show you about the mother color technique and how you can implement color theory in it, and you can include all of the colors. I'm going to discuss a very tiny section of a color theory which is called homogeneity. And keep watching this video. I'm going to discuss about another very important part of the color theory that can blend with that homogeneity. So now the question is that what is a mother color? Mother color is the color that's been used mostly in your painting. For example, if you're painting a seascape and if it's a bright sunny day, so your base color would be blue. It could be any sort of blue. You may see so many objects in the sea like ships, boats, and any other stuff. An experienced artist, a professional artist, would paint all the objects based on the mother color. Maybe they will use the adjacent color to the mother color in the color graph or color chart, or maybe they will use the adjacent color in the color chart, or they may use the hint of that mother color in the actual painting with some other colors.
Let's have a look into this painting by William Turner. You can see that mother color being used is raw sienna or brown, like warm colors. And if you have a look, all of the colors has got a hint of brown in it. So mother color, he used the brown or sienna or raw sienna and used either green or blue or red, whatever is that. He used those hint of brown in it. And this one is from Ross Patterson, Australia. You can see that he used blue and green, but everywhere he used a bit of hint of pink and brownish or brown matter, even in the sky. So that's a mother color, or that's hold the painting all together. And here he used raw sienna or cadmium orange or bit of orangish tone in that one in all through the painting, even in the sky. So that's the mother color as well, which holds the picture, creates the mood.
Remember, mother color sets the mood. It's a technique often a very beginner or sometimes an advanced painter they overlook. Now, the question is, what is homogeneity? Homogeneity basically is a fancy way of saying that all colors belongs together. I will show you an example in the color chart or in the color wheel, and I'll try to explain what homogeneity means. And what I will do, I will paint a small little scene, a sketch, and I will try to show you how homogeneity of the colors in a color theory that comes together in a practical scene. Let's take a look. Okay, let's start with the very basic color palette. I'm going to use the cool color palette, which is a cool red, cool blue, and cool yellow. So let's put that one in here. Alizarin crimson, cool red. And then put blue in here. And then put yellow in there. So now I'm going to mix these two and put orange. Put orange in there. And here I'm going to mix these two, red and orange. And I'm going to mix these two which will be create a little bit of violet. And I'm going to use violet and this red, which is that, and violet and blue, which is that. And now I'm going to mix this yellow and this blue, which will create green. And add blue to this green. I'm going to have that. And yellow and green. Bit more yellow in there. Is that. And yellow and this orange. Is that. So this is our basic color wheel. So the homogeneity means if we have base color as blue, we're gonna pick only this and adjacent color with this and this. So that creates the homogeneity. So all of the colors looks the same. If that's our base color, then you're gonna pick that and that. Which not straight away we're gonna pick these colors or these colors. So the color in a color wheel, the colors needs to be adjacent, whatever color we pick. So this is homogeneity. What it creates, if we paint a picture, if we paint a scene, it creates the harmony of your painting. What I will do, I will create a small little scene with the homogeneity of the colors, any color, any base mother color I'm going to pick, and use the adjacent colors in there, and I'm going to show you how this can be done. So this is my very simple scene, a seascape kind of scene, just a house and the sea, very basic sketch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a mother color of kind of warm reddish colors in there. I'm going to create a homogeneity of that. So that means my colors will be around that reddish tone, even though if it's completely opposite, like for example, it's a green or it's a blue, it would have a little bit of red touch in it. So what I will do, I will first have very light wash of all the red colors in there. So that's my mother color. So now I'm going to do the sky. So I will have a blue wash in there and in the sea as well. Just a blue wash in there. And for the sand, I'm going to have a little bit of yellow ochre. Oh, let it completely dry. So it is completely dry now. So what I will do, I will start doing that buildings. See, I picked the reddish kind of colors in there. Assume it's sunset times or something like that. So now I'm gonna do a little tree in there. It's a green, but as you can see, I mixed a little bit of red with that green and just have kind of tree, some dark values in front. So as you can see, instead of the pure green, I used a bit of red in the green which creates the kind of grayish values, and like that. Used, I'm going to use a bit of lavender, but I use a bit of red in it, so it creates that homogeneity of there. And remember one thing, with any sort of any mother color you use, the one safe color is to you can use it, the mother color is the dark values, because any of the color, if you add the opposite colors in the color wheel, it creates that dark gray value, so it goes with any of the mother colors in there. So I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to add the values in there. This is a simple sketch, so it's not a whole lot of painting, and I don't have any reference in there. I'm just making it up. So maybe the whole idea is to show you how the homogeneity of the colors, they work together. Now I'm going to use some green, but I added, it's a tree maybe. I add a bit of red in that. So I will just create a shadow. So I'm going to use blue with a bit of red in it, just to have that shadow in there. And we already have some red hue in it, so I'll just simply add the blue for the sea. So adding just a bit of darker value in here, just to show. And I could have added, like, people, or what, some, maybe you can add some people in there, just to people walking. So just people walking in here, and maybe just two people in there. Anyways, okay. So the whole idea is that this is how it is done, like, having a warm shade of your mother color. But looking at that, you can easily tell your mother color is here warm, like reddish kind of thing, yellow, warmish kind of stuff. So this is how it creates the homogeneity. Now, the interesting question is there, how you can create the focus point, or some impact on a painting where your entire painting looks like homogeneity. Now, the interesting thing is that, what can I do to have an impact on the painting that is almost almost monochromatic, or has got homogeneity of the colors? I'm going to give you one example now. I'm going to paint one rainy day scene, and I will show you how it, you can create the impact on a painting, like where all of your colors are similar and homogeneous in that way. So the perfect way of doing is using the complementary colors. What is a complementary colors? The color wheel where I show you the color chart, complementary colors are opposite to the color you're using. For example, here the complementary color of the blue would be orange or yellow. The complementary color, if your mother color is red, would be green. So I'm going to show you in this example how you can create a scene, and you can create an impact on your painting using the complementary color. Let's take a look.
So this is the sketch I've done. It's just a building and some people and a car. And it's going to be a rainy day scene. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint these images with bluish hue and a little bit of warm color, because the warm color and yellowish warm is complementary of the blue. So I can use that one, but I will use very little. So let's make it dark gray warm wash first. I'm gonna put blue everywhere. So let's start using the blue. I'm using Windsor blue, but also taking some adjacent color of the blues and having my first wash with this blue altogether. I'm going to add a little bit of violet, with blue with a bit of very light hint of red touch in it, and do the shadow part of the building and just pull them down. Why? Because I'm going to have the reflection, because it's a wet rainy day. So just pull them out, and now I will add the blue colors here, and this is a crossing, so I will have the white line in there as well. So I'll just have the blue in the gap, just to suggest that's the people crossing there. So setting the blue tone is my primary job. So I'll just add some effects in it, just some splatters, and just because it's a rainy day, just to have a wet effect in there. It'll just fresh water, just splatter some fresh water, or sometimes just wipe some colors off and again have some dark color in there. So all sort of thing. I'll just add some darker values in there. As I'm doing the reflections, I will paint the reflection with the fresh water first, then drop paint in it so that it just flows with the water. And I will just have some loose watercolor effect in there. I will not try to do any tight painting. Just keep it with the water. Let the water run as it does. I will just add some dark values where I need to do the highlights. I'll add some splatter effect. As I said, that this is a watercolor, and especially I'm just painting the rainy day, so use your imagination. Have as much splatters or water effect as you want. Just see how it goes with the painting, just to make sure. Don't overdo anything, just have a little bit of splatter kind of stuff. Now with the background, I will again use a little bit of darker values of the blue. So all my painting, as you can see, it's turning with blue, sort of monochromatic painting, even though I use a little bit of warm colors in there, but still it's gonna look like a monochromatic painting, but we will have some colors in there. Just adding neutral tint with blue mixed, and creating the people, just a guy who is crossing the road with an umbrella, and just wiping up some colors just to have some effects in there. Now I'm gonna paint some other one or two people who are just standing there just beside the cars, just waiting to get into the car or just got out of the car, something like that. Just fixing some values so beside the building so that the buildings pops up. So I'm just making the values darker. Just with the side of the brush, having some dry brush stroke that will create kind of branches effects, something like that. Just winter, so no trees, it's dry, dead trees almost, something like that. And just fixing up the shape of the car. Just remember whatever you'll be doing here, if it's a rainy day scene, just to have some loose water effect in there, so that will create some visual beauty in your painting. For the building doors and the windows, just try to have a very minimal brush strokes in there. Don't try to overdo it. That's going to ruin the beauty of the painting. Just tiny suggestions. And I'm going to do the signal traffic lights in there, just having some effect in there instead of the monotonous dark values everywhere. I'm just having some effects. So traffic signals there. And the street signs there. Okay, now here I will be creating some complementary colors in there to have some impact in it. So I'm going to have street sign, which is the complementary of the blue is orangish yellow or warm colors. So I'm going to have some dark warm colors in there, like cadmium. You can use cadmium orange or Aussie gold, something like that, just to have an impact, just to just to derive the viewer's eye in there. And as you can see, the complementary colors really goes well with with a painting that has got the homogeneity of the colors. It looks beautiful, even though you can use the red. So probably from the car's backlight, I can use the red dot in there, and you will see that complementary colors will go well with this kind of painting. So I have a little bit of red, and I can have the reflection. So just a dry brush stroke. As you can see that the whole painting has got its mood and atmosphere now as soon as I have used the complementary colors in there. But the precondition with that it has got the homogeneity of the colors, and that's why these complementary colors works so well. I'm going to have some effect in there, just a misty, the smoky effect of the rainy day. So it's going to enhance bit enhance the beauty of these paintings as well. Just a little bit of highlights and misty. and the smoky effect on the rainy day.
That's the power of mother color technique. It's very simple, but it makes the huge differences. Whether you're painting a still life, landscape, seascape, just use this technique. It will create an extra dimension of your work. Trust me. I would love to see how you work. Share your work or share your thoughts in the comments, and we will see. I will see you in the next video. Bye.